Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Kyra, and today I'm bringing to you a No Pan Left Behind update. So we've had a lot of change go on behind the scenes that is going to affect this project. I previously had rolled into this project randomly 2 of my ABH Norvina collection 25 pan palettes. However, I've been planning a project with those. I have the first 4 volumes for a couple of years now, and I finally did it. And that was to depot all 4 of my ABH Norvina collection palettes and to put them into a magnetic palette so that I could group like colors together, put them in some kind of order that made sense because they definitely didn't in the palettes. And as a result, I think I am going to be able to use these shades a lot more. So what I did was I depotted them all and I put them in this 4-layer Z palette or magnetic palette. I'm not going to show it to you right now because there is a video coming up where after I depotted all of the eyeshadows, I did an overhead shot video where I organized and put everything into this palette. So I'm going to save the reveal for that video. In the meantime, I've decided to change the way that I'm approaching this project a little bit. I had been doing 1 choice of my own, 1 choice palette, and 2 random palettes at a time for 3 palettes at a time. And ultimately I decided that's not serving me well in meeting my goals in this project this summer because I'm getting stuck on like cool tone palettes and palettes that just aren't going to be something that I'm going to reach for in the summer. And so before the summer is over and as we're getting ready to roll into fall here in Colorado, I decided I'm going to pick my own palettes for now because I really want to be more decisive and more thoughtful about what's coming into this project so I have a chance of meeting my goal of using every shadow in my collection by the end of 2024. Last month I had in 3 small palettes for my choice. I said I wanted to start chipping away at some of my smaller palettes to get my number of palettes used up there where I think it should be for the second half of the year. And I did in fact use all 3 of these palettes. The first one is the Lottie London The Rose Golds Quad. It only took me 1 use to use that. I also have the Essence Nothing Compares to Nude palette. I only had the 4 shimmer shades in here left to use. I did do that, and I do love this palette. Very easy, very one and done kind of shadow looks come out of that. And then today on my eyes, I do have my Coral Me Maybe palette from Essence, which is definitely my favorite of these little 6-pan palettes that I've tried. It's just beautiful. I love the looks that I pull out of there. And so these 3 have been checked off. And now I want to share with you the palettes that I'm bringing in for the next month. All right, first I wanted to mention that I did pick up a new palette in the last month, and I'm very close to being no pan left behind on this one. I have 3 shades left to use. The new palette is the Clinique The Best of Black Honey All About Shadow palette. Has 8 shades in it. The shades that I need to use still are this shade, and then the gold shade there. So that will be finished off by next month, but it's just something that I tend to do. No pan left behind new palettes as they come into my collection. So that one will be done soon. I do have another new palette coming, and it is the relaunch of the Urban Decay Naked palette, the original palette. I did snap that puppy up because it's something I really always wanted and never bought. Never really thought to buy it before 2018 when they had discontinued the palette. But let me know what kind of video, if anything, you would like to see with the original Naked palette, and I'd be happy to do that. The 4 palettes that I chose, one is a mini palette that again will probably be like a 1 looker. But the 4 palettes I picked are very summery palettes in my opinion. So starting with my e.l.f. Bite Size quad in the shade Pumpkin Pie. Love this quad. As you can see, I absolutely love this bronze shade. It is like liquid metal. It's so pretty and I really enjoy this. Plus it is sentimental to me because my daughter purchased this with her own money for me. An all shimmer palette that I would like to knock out is this one from Flower Beauty. It is the Desert Lights palette. I love the shimmers in here. This one's a little bit more satiny, but the rest are definitely shimmers. Look how summery this shade is. Like, gorge. I love the shimmers in these Flower Beauty palettes, so I think this should be no problem for me to knock out in the next month. The next one is one that I recently got recluttered back to me, and I was actually very happy to receive it back, and that is my Juvia's Place Nubian 3, the Coral palette. Looks like this, and it's a great palette. I mean, it's great for summer. I love the addition of these few cooler toned shadows in here just to add interest. I think whenever you combined warm tones and cool tones on your eyeshadow, it becomes very striking, very eye-catching, and so I'm very excited to be using this again. This is definitely by far my favorite shade in this palette, and I definitely don't have anything else like it in my collection. It's like peach, but it has like a very brightening shift or sheen to it. So pretty. Very much looking forward to using that. And then one I definitely would like to knock out for summer, because I might use it in fall, but it's definitely pretty much a summer palette for me, and that is my Natasha Denona bronze palette. Yep, she's getting old, but this is the way this one looks. I expect this one will be a little bit of a challenge for me because I'm not a big fan of really yellowy eyeshadow. So these 3 might be a challenge. The reds, while it's not my favorite kind of tone to work with, I definitely can incorporate those in some looks pretty easily to knock those out. But I definitely hope to have all 3 of these, well, all 4 of these done before the next update. So that is it. I don't believe I've hit No Pan Left Behind organically on any palettes in the last month. So nothing new there, but I'm really excited, and hopefully you're excited to start seeing a lot more in the warm family from me. Let me know if there's any tutorials you want with any of these palettes. I'd be happy to do that as well. And that is it. That's my update. Short and sweet. Yep, 10 minutes, less than 10 minutes, we're good to go. And with all that said, I hope you guys are having a great day so far, and I hope all of your makeup days are absolutely beautiful makeup days. Please like, comment, and subscribe before you leave, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.